I am Caroline Rose Bohannon. I'm a small business owner. I started a marketing company 11 years ago and have since started and am currently running multiple other businesses, including brick and mortar businesses and online businesses. And someone recently asked me my top 3 pieces of advice for someone who's starting a small business, and I figured I'd share them with you too. So my first is really identifying your ideal customer. And I think this is actually a problem when you start business because you're worried about turning money away. But in fact, when we have a great ideal customer, it actually allows us to make more money. And so it's going to feel scary, it's going to feel intimidating, but you want some people to not be your ideal customer. And so you should be able to narrow them down: age, gender, demographics, what they like to do. Picture this person either walking in your store or booking you for business. And when you serve your ideal customer, the whole thing makes sense. And take it from years of past experience. When you book someone who's not your ideal customer, it's harder. And it's actually not worth the income, even though it's really tempting, because your systems and processes are set up for one type of person. When you can work with that person over and over and over, you're actually going to make more money. So know that some people are not going to be your ideal customer. Really feel confident about your ideal customer and be okay turning people away if they have red flags or something doesn't feel right in the booking process. Number 2 would be a scarcity mindset. So I see this a lot in business owners. It feels as if they book their first website or their first project, and they almost feel that that is never going to happen again, or they're never going to book a project that big. And you really want to have this optimistic view on your business. Business is abundant. And I know when we see a competitor pop up or we get our first big check, sometimes it's like a closed fist mentality. And I've really found that if you just know that there's a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of potential ideal customers, and you will book more business, but you have to be willing to kind of let it ebb and flow a little bit and just know that there's a lot out there for you and you can dream really, really big. You don't need to have a scarcity mentality. And my third piece of advice is to go for no. So this is something even 11 years in, when I make cold calls, I always think about. The answer is no if you haven't asked. And so the worst thing that could happen is the answer be no, which it already is. So pick up the phone, ask a question, make a sales call, and just know that even if they say no, that was already the answer when you didn't ask. So go ahead, chase that no, work on getting no, and when you do that, what actually happens is you get a lot of yeses. We are hosting a business retreat, and I would love to have you join us. If you felt that any of these resonated with you, feel free to join the waitlist, and we'd love to see you there.